Yo! Wagwan, everyone. Wag to the wan. How are we today? Hope we're all good. Today, I'm going to let chat pick what the best UK supermarket is. So as you can see behind me, this lovely bracket fight. So it's going to go like this. We're going to go it 2 each. So it's going to go 2 shops around. So we pick them. And it moves on to the next one. And so on and so forth. All the way until we have our final winner. And it's going to go through both sides. So that's what we're going to be doing. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it. So as first lineup is Marks and Spencer's and Waitrose. Now, Marks and Spencer's, as we all know, is pretty much, well, they're both not that good. They're both overpriced. They're both just dog shit. One's for 10 bob millionaires, and one's just for people that, you know, one's just for people that have way too much time on their hands. Snobs, pretty much, yeah. But out of the two, M&S is the 10 bob millionaire one. Waitrose is just for snobs. You know, you shop at Waitrose, you get people going around saying, "Ooh, is this organic and gluten free? And is this got everything under the sun that, you know, no other product has?" I hate Spencer, bro. You ain't even know who Spencer is. You can't eat cloves. Well, I mean, I've never seen a Waitrose sell cloves. However, Marks and Spencer's does sell cloves, but they also do the food. But like I say, one's for your 10 bob millionaires. So like they'll only exclusively shop at Marks and Spencer's just because of how overpriced it is. But need I remind you that Marks and Sparks also sells Colin the Caterpillar.
Don't let your kids watch it.
Wow. Yeah, I can't actually find a redeeming quality about Waitrose, I'll be honest. Marks and Sparks though do also sell the Percy Pig little chewy. I can't think of it. It is Percy Pig in it. I think it is. But yeah, personally I can't find a redeeming quality about Waitrose. Waitrose is a very expensive version of Sainsburys. That is a pretty accurate thing, because didn't Waitrose have Nigella? I'm pretty sure Waitrose had Nigella as their like celebrity chef. Whereas Sainsbury's has got like Jamie Oliver. She's a gilf.
You are a G MILF. That is a grandmother that I would like to.
So the voting is currently on 50-50 again. Personally, I'd go for one. But yeah, it's got to be Marks and Sparks over Waitrose. Like, see, they're both 10 pop millionaires, both for little, you know, snobs, I'd say. I'd never actively shop at either, but if I had to choose one, it'd be Sparks. So Marks and Sparks is the first victor over Waitrose. Next up, we've got Costco and we've got Iceland. Now, Iceland is where the mums shop at, okay? We all know that mums go to Iceland. Costco is American, but they do have them in the UK. However, Costco sell a variety of items. Fuck America, the Iceland, wow. But Costco sell those peanuts. Costco sell the peanuts that are really banging, and they sell like cloves. I'll have you know, Chuck, that you've upset me. Look who made everyone's decision. Now, I'll be honest, mums go to Iceland because Mike goes to Iceland. That's the only reason. That's the only reason that mums go to Iceland, is because Mike goes to Iceland. And Mike has little drip. Mike has little drip. I'm not sure where I would sit on it. Mainly because I enjoy the bakery at Costco. I'll be honest, I have never actively gone to Iceland and just thought, yeah, I'll buy that. Bakery at Costco is a next tier bakery. You've also got the pizzas. You've got all its refrigerator section, all its cooked food section, its meat selection. You've got all the clothes you can buy, Fila Classics, Adidas Classics, all the bangers, and the alcohol selection. You also have to pay to shop there. I pay £30 a year to shop there. They sell PCs. They sell Macs, which is, you know, it's overpriced, it's expensive. With £30 I could buy 30 pizzas from Iceland. As true as that may be, you will never get a pizza from Iceland that tastes as nice as the Costco one, I'll be honest. The Costco one does, it hits different. But also, what we've got to consider as well is Costco does have its own restaurant where you can buy slices of that pizza for £1.50 and a drink. Like, that is something that you can do at Costco. So I'm gonna have to cast my vote Costco's way, just purely because of the bakery for me. Like, so you can get you can get cakes, you can get buns, you can get everything. Is that the Emily? Look, Pooh, that is the Emily. But with that, Costco does move on. So next up, farm foods and heron foods. Look, Pooh's going for heron foods because it's close to heroin. Wow, that's rude. That's really rude. So I've tried to make it as fair as possible in terms of the shop and what they sell. Like, say, it's an attempt to make it as fair as possible. Farm foods and heron foods pretty much do the same thing. They both sell food at a discounted price, I believe. So yeah, heron foods and farm foods pretty much is the same. You know, you got your booze, you got your bakery, you got chips and potatoes, whatever, drinks, pizzas, vegetarian stuff. They do the same thing. But one's obviously got to come out on top. I mean, personally, I'd have to go with farm foods just because I think the closer, there's more of them. I'm probably going to get shouted at now. But, you know. But with that, farm foods is taking it. Next up is Morrison's or Asda. Now, Asda is basically a Walmart. It's owned by the Walmart franchise or the Walmart family. They've got the electronics section. You've got your, you've also got a bakery at Asda. You've got, you know, your frozen section. You know, Asda's Asda. Now, I would go with Asda personally because of the custard donuts. That's the only reason I would go for Asda. Now, don't get me wrong. Morrison's does have its redeeming qualities. You know, you can get the kegs of beer, which I think you can get anywhere now. But they were like the first shop to start doing them. But like, they're not that good. The kegs of beer are not that good. Unless tapped correctly. Asda because of quid for Hot Wheels. Fair enough. So tell me, Emily, does Toast's choice determine if he sleeps on the couch or not? Asda does the £1 Hot Wheels. They got electronics. They got clothes. They've got the well, they've got their own bakery. They've got their own little cafe. They've got, you know, multiple aisles for multiple things. And then you've also got like your foreign food sections and stuff like that. But like, say, Morrison's, it does have a wider alcohol selection. That's the only upside that I've ever seen to a Morrison's. Don't get me wrong, I've shopped at Morrison's. Morrison's, the alcohol selection. The bakery's not as nice. However, the cafe in Morrison's, I have heard good things about the bakery in Morrison's. It's gonna personally be Asda for me. So yeah, Asda takes that one. Okay, next up, we've got M&S and Costco. Again, M&S, 10 Bob Millionaires. That's who it's for. We all know that M&S is for the 10 Bob Millionaires. Costco's bakery. I'll remind you of Costco's bakery and their pizza selection. But yeah, I definitely have to go Costco on that one. Again, you got the bakery. They sell pretty much everything that you can think of that's sellable in the UK. Like, you can go to Costco not needing anything and come out with like spending 100 quid. But yeah, so that's your Costco. Now, Marks and Sparks does also have a good wine selection. I have perused it once before, but that's only if you're into your wine. And apparently the ready meals are good. Costco has won. Next up, and this should be no contest, Farm Foods or Asda. I'm going to have to just straight up just go Asda on this. Again, Asda is the UK's Walmart. It is part of the Walmart family. You can get pretty much anything and everything in Asda. But yeah, I do have to go with Asda on this one. For the main, you know, it's Asda. Oh, compared to Farm Foods. But like I say, Farm Foods does sell very, very cheap stuff. 3 litre bottles of Pepsi, might I remind you, as Stevens kindly mentioned. And it's £1 Hot Wheels. Well, with that, Asda's won. Next up is Costco versus Asda. Technically, look through, Asda is American as well, considering it is owned by the Walmart company. Now, again, I'll remind you, Costco's bakery. Costco's more American than Asda. I can believe that. So, I mean, I think we're in agreement it's going to be Asda that wins. Unless by some miracle, you know, someone else votes Costco and, you know, a lot of people, you know, suddenly vote whatever. I mean, personally, I'm a Costco man, simply because of its bakery. Like, if that bakery wasn't there, I'd be voting Asda all the way. If I'm going to Costco, those blueberry muffins are straight in my trolley. However, it looks like Asda has won. So next up, Costcutter and a Spar. Now, Both are overpriced. Both provide exactly the same thing. They aren't as big as your Tesco's and your Sainsburys and your Morrisons. It's essentially just emergency shopping. I can safely say I would only ever go to a Spar or a Costcutter just for cigarettes. Not because of the choice, but just because if it was an emergency and I had to just nip somewhere. You know, it is what it is. You do see a lot more Spars than you do Costcutters. So I'd definitely say Spar on this one. For me, you know, if I just want cigs and it's an emergency, it's little Asda. But anyway, I'm assuming that we're all in agreement on, you know, Spar over Costcutter. Okay, next up. Before anyone goes voting, hear me out on this, okay? Hear me out. The next up is Tesco and Sainsburys. Now, my vote will always be with Tesco over Sainsburys because Jamie Oliver got rid of Turkey Twizzlers, and that's not cool. I know Turkey Twizzlers are back, okay? But they should never have left. They should never have gone. Jamie Oliver's connection with Sainsburys is that they actually... So you know how, like, Waitrose have got Nigella Lawson? He was Sainsburys' Nigella Lawson. He was their celebrity chef to promote everything. Look through why.
Sometimes life is cock and ball torture. Without the cock and balls.
I can't see it, but why? Why? I'd say for Tesco, you don't see any Sainsbury's petrol stations either. Now, when you're out and about, you are gonna see some Tesco petrol and diesel stations. I have never once in my life ever seen a Sainsbury's petrol station. You've also got Tesco Bank. You've also got your club card points. The Nectar points on eBay. That is fair, but still, Tesco club card points. With that one, Tesco takes it. Let's go Tesco. Okay, the battle. Everyone's favorite argument, Aldi or Lidl. So, and we had this discussion yesterday, okay? Over the two, I usually go to Aldi because it's something that, you know, it's a place we used to go shopping as a kid and it's what I'm most familiar with. Now, the good points for Aldi is that its middle section is better and it is constantly changing. You've got the old sweet, you know, like you've got your sherbet drops, stuff like that. And it's got its own brand of Baileys, which is a nice brand of Baileys, by the way. It's a nice Baileys. However, Lidl, the Lidl's middle section never changes. Every time I've ever been to Lidl, it's always been the same in the middle. It's only good for electronics in the middle section, again, because they don't change. It does have a bakery, where you've got flatbread, you've got muffins, you've got donuts, you've got pretzels. So over the two, I'm going to have to go with Aldi, which has put it to 50-50, which now means we're going to have to sit here and wait until someone votes one or the other. Wait, someone didn't vote, and now it's just gone to Lidl. So Lidl's fucking taking it. Okay, next up, and our final one on this bracket, Co-op or B&M. Cactus says 2 because Nerf guns. I mean, that's fair enough. I mean, it seems like the majority is going with B&M. I can't say I've ever willingly gone to either shop. I've either been dragged there or I've needed cigarettes from Co-op mainly because B&M don't do cigarettes. But B&M does sell some good stuff. They actually have a really good booze selection. And they have a really good alcohol selection. My vote's cast at B&M. By the way, whichever shop wins, please sponsor. The voting seems final that it's going to be B&M. B&M has won that one. Next up is Spar versus Tesco. Now, again, Tesco do a pretty good cinnamon roll. I'll say that much for Tesco. And there's been many a time where I've gone in Tesco and I've just been pleasantly surprised by what I've opted to buy that day. Just because I saw it there and I was like, I'll buy that. Spar is classed as a supermarket. I mean, so far, Tesco's winning. And I'd have to agree, I would go with Tesco as well. Anyone going to Spar for the weekly shop should see a financial consultant, because Spar is way overpriced. Spar to me is not. To me, Spar shouldn't be a supermarket. Okay, Spar should be like Spar should sell petrol, and then you go inside and you can get like a bottle of water, or you can get a bag of crisps. And you can also buy your cigarettes from there, like a corner shop. I have never ever seen a big Spar in my entire 26 years of existing. I've never seen a big Spar. Now Tesco, you've got big Tesco and little Tesco, and you can do a big shop at either. So it also looks like Tesco has taken this. Okay, next up, Lidl versus B&M. Just to remind you, Lidl does have its bakery. I would also have to say B&M. B&M is just one big shit aisle, filled with other bits and pieces scattered about. B&M's won that one. Okay, next up, Tesco versus B&M. Now again, B&M, as Maisie has rightly put it, is just one big middle shop. Middle aisle. So Tesco, you've got all your sweet treats. You've got the fresh fruit section, by the way, which like it seems more open than any other supermarket. Let's not forget the drink aisle and how varied and wild it is at Tesco. I'm gonna straight down just put Tesco. Also, if no one's ever been to Tesco, right, they do takeaway pizza. But pretty much, you know, they're always pretty much a takeaway size. Like, you know, you want a large pizza to share, you know, 14-inch, 12-inch, you know, whatever size piece you get. They are big. They are big. And they also do the dirty fries with them. And they also have the cheesy stuffed crust. Tesco's won this one, which is poggers. But now is the ultimate showdown of supermarkets. So on the one hand, we've got Asda. And on the other hand, we've got Tesco. Again, this is running for 5 minutes. Take your pick. I know which one I would personally go with. And that's just going to be a straight up Asda for me. Because again, their custard donuts are out of this world. Also, a donut tray for £2. I will count Maisie's as 2. Because I know. I'll count Maisie's as Tesco. I'd have to vote Asda simply because of its pastry selection and nothing else. I tell a lie. Their ready meals, if I was to ever have one, do actually taste nice. I wouldn't have like an Italian one. It'd have to be like a curry or a Chinese one, like sweet and sour chicken or something. So Maisie's gone 2, Lookthrough's gone 2, and Kelly also went 2. So right now it's 2 against 3. I know which way it's swaying. So yeah, it kind of looks like it's Tesco that's going to win. So it's still 2 versus 3. Tesco are going to win. I know that poll doesn't look right. But based on chat, with that, now that 5 minutes is up, not Asda that's taking it, but Tesco. Tesco has been crowned the ultimate UK supermarket by chat. Tesco reigns supreme in the UK supermarket scene. But other than that, thank you ever so much for everyone stopping by. I've been Tom's Toast. And yes, stay toasty, homies.